Right?
What other things have you been teaching at Creative Wellness? So a part of this whole series.
Yeah, we've been talking about these principles, and along with these principles, sometimes we get a little more philosophical and talk about these questions of like what is health overall, and what is and why are we engaging in this process of kind of cultivating our health ultimately. One thing we did a whole class on death, actually, because death in this cycle, of course, is the most yin, right?
Right.
That's the apex of yin,
Yep.
and
It's the end. Yep.
it's the end. And in the sense that, or in the way that, like we noted in our culture, we're sort of averse to yin aspects of life, right? We don't get enough sleep. We don't really want to calm down and slow down. We're quite averse to death, and but from a Chinese medicine perspective, death is just another change, right? It's another change to be adapted to. Often in modern culture, we relate to death like it's pathological, like it's necessarily a bad thing. Like it's just the breaking of a machine, right? To use that machine metaphor. And so there's nothing good about the breaking of a machine. But if you think about life in this more with this more organic metaphor, right, where this organism, more like a plant, that comes alive in the spring and then sort of dies off in the winter and then presumably comes alive again next spring. And life is just this cycle. There's nothing inherently problematic about death. It's totally possible to die in a completely healthy way from a Chinese medicine perspective. It's just a matter of not resisting change. Death is something that will happen to all of us,
Right.
and we can die healthy, right? We can.
Well, that's kind of the ultimate goal, I think,
Yeah.
is to, what my last day on, this earth is I'm pretty vibrant. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
So we did an exercise one time, and it's, what do you want the last week, 2 weeks, month, year of your life to look like versus just the time?
Mm.
Forget about the time. What do
Right.
you want?
Right. Quality versus quantity.
What's the quality look like?
Yeah.
I don't really care to be heavily medicated in a hospital for the last 6 months of my life. I don't really. I'm not interested in prolonging it. I'm interested in the quality of it.
Absolutely.
So when you're talking about what is health, sometimes we just look at, I'm just alive, but what does that mean?
Yeah.
Am I thriving or just surviving?
Am I thriving or am I surviving? How is what I'm doing in my life going to hold up at the end of my life,
Right.
when I look back on all this?